Well, round 8 of SANFL football, and the Eagles in 4th position took on the Bays, who are in 5th position, but it didn't look like 4th versus 5th very early because the Bays opened up with a terrible opening quarter, and the Eagles kicked 9 straight.
Yeah, it was a critical game for both clubs, both teams in the 5, but certainly the Eagles came out and they knew what they were about. Unbelievable first quarter where they kicked 9 goals from only 14 inside 50 entries, and their efficiency was incredible in that first quarter.
Well, this is vision from the first quarter, and as you can see, their entries into the forward line, their efficiency was superb.
Absolutely, and that's what the game's about these days. You only get a certain amount of times that you go in, and you need to make the most of them. And clearly they're in front. They're the most accurate team in the competition, sitting number 1 in the SANFL, but the way they moved the ball, their centre clearances were great, and the way they finished off, just perfect.
2 key forwards, important. One of them, this guy, Nick Salter, he kicked 6, and so did Andrew Ainger, the man who gave him the high 5 then, or the high 10.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Ainger in the first quarter who caused all sorts of grief for Glenelg with 4 goals, and then Salter did the same in the third quarter. They ended up with 6 each, and they were dominant all day.
So the Bays were able to hold on in the second term. They went from 45 points down to only 50 points down, if you like, only 50 points at half-time, but it really did open up again in the third and fourth quarters, and the Eagles are just superb.
They were, and Matthew Goldsworthy we see there, who's a really good footballer. He's developing each year, and he was dominant, along with Luke Power, the captain, who's 1 game shy of his 200th game. They had great input as well in the centre with Lewis, and they had dominant midfielders all day.
Hall kicking 3 goals in the last quarter. Just to round things out, they tempted the idea of being 100 points in front at the end, but they weren't. In the end, they had to settle for an 88-point victory. A dominant performance by the Eagles, and certainly indicating they are a force to be reckoned with this season. The Tigers have a bit of work to do, and if we look at the statistics, you'll see that the efficiencies there reflected in the inside 50s.
Absolutely, and that was it. 50 times inside 50 for the Eagles, and they've kicked 25 goals. It's almost unheard of. It's incredible, and I think they want to bottle this game and keep it, because the footy doesn't get much better than that.
So the Eagles entrenched in the top 5, and the Bays fall to 6th position on the ladder, probably indicative of how ordinary they were in this game.
We're